Good morning to all of you. Today I will detail about the rock and rock cycle. What does it mean by rock and the different rocks available in the earth crust. Like here you can see there are three type of rocks written over here in the slide. One is first one I can say that igneous rock. It is in the middle one. Igneous rock. Second one is sedimentary rock and then metamorphic rock. So igneous rock, it is divided into two. One is intrusive and extrusive. Under the intrusive, there are many rocks like gabbro, diorite, granodiorite, and granite. Whereas in extrusive, there are rocks called it as a basalt, andesite, dacite, rhyolite. Likewise, in sedimentary, we will see how it can turn from igneous to sedimentary and after the sedimentary to metamorphic. So first you can listen and see this classification of rocks. Second one is sedimentary. Again it is divided into three categories. One is chemical. So on that basis clastic and biologic. So like chemical, limestone, dolomite and evaporite, and in clastic, conglomerate, breccia, sandstone, siltstone, mudstone and shales come under this category. In biologic, there is a coal and chert. Likewise in metamorphic also, it is divided into two, foliated and non-foliated. In foliated, slate, schist, gneiss comes under this, and in non-foliated, quartzite and marble. Now you can see here this rock cycle. Rock cycle is what? How rock formed or how nature make the rock. Like magma ooze out from the volcano and after cooling and crystallization it make this igneous rock. And after it is exposed to the atmosphere due to different agents like weathering, transportation and deposition, and it is sedimented somewhere. After that, it is called as a sediments, and because of lithification, cementation, and compaction, it turns into sedimentary rock. Again, after the sedimentary rock, due to immense heat and pressure, it becomes metamorphic rock. And again, after this melting out from metamorphic rock, it again goes to the uh, below the earth and it mingled with the magma. And again, this cycle will continue. So this we can say it as a vicious cycle, and it start with the igneous one and end with the metamorphic. Again, it start from the igneous rock again. So this cycle goes on and goes on. Now crystallization. What do you mean by crystallization? It is a molten magma which cools and solidifies within the earth to produce igneous rock. Now crystallization may occur either beneath the surface or following a volcanic eruption at the surface. And if the igneous rock are exposed at the surface, they will undergo a process which is termed as a weathering. Weathering is defined as a disintegration and decomposition of igneous rock at or near the surface of the earth, and the material or sediment that result are moved downshape by gravity before being picked up and transported by any of a number of erosional agents like running water, glaciers, wind or waves. And so eventually these particles and dissolved substance are deposited in the ocean, river or floodplain, this desert basin, swamp and dunes. The sediment undergo lithification, a term which means conversion into rock. So sediment is usually lithified into sedimentary rock when compacted by the weight of overlying layer or when cemented as percolating groundwater fills the pore with mineral matter. So sedimentary rock is buried deep within the earth and involved in the dynamic of mountain building or intruded by a mass of magma. It will be subjected to great pressure or in intense heat or both. And the sedimentary rock will react to the changing environment and turn into metamorphic rock as we have seen in the rock cycle. So when metamorphic rock is subjected to additional pressure changes or to still higher temperature, it will melt and creating magma which will eventually crystallize into igneous rock. The process driven by heat from the Earth's interior are responsible for creating igneous and metamorphic rock, and weathering and erosion, these are the external process powered by energy from the sun, which produce the sediment and sedimentary rock forms. Although rock may seem to be unchanging masses, the rock cycle shows that they are not. The changes, however, take time, great amount of time. Igneous rock, rather than being exposed to weathering and erosion at the Earth's surface, may remain deeply buried. Eventually, these masses may be subjected to strong compressional forces and high temperature associated with mountain building. When this occurs, the igneous rock are transformed directly into metamorphic rock. So, metamorphic and sedimentary rock as well as sediment do not always remain buried. Rather, it overlays layer may be stripped away and exposed the buried rock. When this happens, the material is attacked by weathering process and turned into new raw material for sedimentary rock. This is the rock cycle you can see here. This it starts with the igneous rock and then sedimentary rock, see here, and because of weathering, this transportation, deposition as a sediment, then lithification process starts. Then again it turns to metamorphic rock, and after melting it goes to the under the earth, and again it ooze out as magma, then again igneous rock, then again igneous to sedimentary and metamorphic one. So the material that makes up the earth are mainly rocks, which include soil, sand, silt, and dust. Rock in turn are composed of minerals, and minerals are composed of atoms. So process ranges from those that occur rapidly to those that occurs slowly. Example of slow process include formation of rock, chemical breakdown of rock to form soil, chemical cementation of sand grains together to form rock, recrystallization of rock to form a different rock, construction of mountain ranges like tectonism, and erosion of mountain ranges. Examples of faster process includes beach erosion during a storm, construction of a volcanic cone, landslides, avalanches, dust, storms, mud flows. And igneous rock is formed by the crystallization of molten magma, as in earlier slide we have seen. And sedimentary rock is formed from the weathered product of free existing rock that have been transported, deposited, and lithified. Metamorphic is formed by the alteration of pre-existing rock deep within the earth, but still it is in solid state because of heat, pressure, and are chemically active fluids. So thank you very much for seeing this video, and in next video we will come to know that what are the classification and how the igneous rock formed and what are the textures of the igneous rock. Likewise in sedimentary also what are the textures of the sedimentary rock and details about the metamorphic rock. So in igneous rock there are many textures and many structures also, likewise in sedimentary and metamorphic. So thank you for watching this. Thank you.